everyone, this is Nikki K and welcome to my full moon in Aquarius for all the signs. Now guys, I've actually done a podcast episode on this, a very in-depth podcast episode, and I will leave it in the description below. Check it out because it is very in-depth. It talks about what to expect, sorry about that, what to expect during the full moon on a huge worldly level. Some of the themes that could happen are happening, maybe not happening. Remember, it's Aquarius, so it's very, it's Uranus, so anything can definitely happen. So I will leave the link below. It is a podcast episode. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm doing this one for the signs. Okay, so because it's Aquarius full moon, let's start off with Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, I'm gonna be doing I'm using the moon tarot card by Yasmin Boland, and I'm gonna pull out another message for you guys as well. These are health cards, or self-care cards that you can also help lead you or guide you during this full moon. So let's go over Aquarius first. So Aquarius, this is in your first house. So this is about you looking back, obviously with the access to your 7th house in Leo, because the sun is in Leo. So there is some themes that I find a lot of you will have to look at when it's concerning your deep personal relationships, okay, but also things that you had within yourself. I feel with some of you Aquarians that there's things that you actually initiated during the full moon, and now it's coming to a close. We also have with this full moon Venus opposing, so we've got Venus in Virgo, which affects you but doesn't really affect you. They call it the quincunx, but we've got Venus in Virgo, which is in your 8th house, and it opposes Jupiter in Pisces, which is in your 2nd house of income. So this is a money situation as well. So this is a great time. Oppositions, it's more that you have to work pretty hard at getting a result. But with this being in your 2nd and 8th house, I feel that this is a great time for a lot of you to really settle any type of debts or bills, or even any type of earnings that you want to really initiate now. You can find yourself getting really down to the nitty-gritty when it comes to this. So there's a huge release that's coming for you, but also let's not forget, you are about groups and friendships. So they could be you going to a new group and leaving a new group too. The first card message you have is your hard work is paying off. And it's a new moon in Capricorn. And Capricorn rules your 12th house. So there can be some inner emotional tension or inner emotional release that you're feeling now. That you're going to be thinking, okay, this is what I actually want to do. I've been thinking about this for a long time, so I'm just going to do it. There could also be some work that you're actually doing behind the scenes, because new moon is about new beginnings. So even though we are releasing during this time, Aquarius, you are actually looking forward to a new beginning that's actually happening for you. So this card is just saying to you, go for that new beginning. The other message you have is expect a miracle. So it says, whoever you believe in, it could be God or an archangel. It's about thanking the miraculous intervention and healing energy, which has restored the health of, it could be you, it could be, someone that you love. So expect a miracle in your health at this time. Expect a miracle that a new position has come, a new group, a new friendship, even a new relationship. Something that's also to do with your money situation as well, because it just could be playing on your mind. So money can come from a new source, even your debts. If you have debts or bills that you need to pay off, this can actually come too. So that's for you, Aquarius. Then we have Pisces. So Pisces, this is in your 12th house with the access to your 6th house. So You know, Leo's in your 6th house, so this is for you to be, you know, working on your routines, your daily routines, your health, your fitness as well. So a lot of you might be really on that, or even thinking about doing it, going to the gym, you know, really, you know, scheduling like your appointments that you need to be done. But also with this full moon in your 12th house, there's a lot of work that you are doing to release like any type of like addictions, any, you know, even like your mental state as well. You could be just really purging, and even looking at things, looking at anything that you did when it was a new moon in on February, that, you know, you started something then but now it's actually ending now. So if it was like a moving meditation, you might decide, actually it's not working for me, I want to do this type of meditation. Or even, you know, any type of like counseling work, or, you know, if you tried to like kick something, it didn't work, you know, you can actually find the results now. The third, also, let's not forget the opposition to, you know, your Jupiter in your sign and Venus in your 7th house. So this is about you working towards, you know, sort of like being a bit more structured when it comes to your relationships. There can be some a little bit of craziness going on. You have to work really hard. But also, you know, because Jupiter's in your sign, this is going to give you a lot of positive energy, especially for like any type of like manifestations that you have. You have expect a miracle. It's a new moon eclipse, and new moon eclipses are really great during this time, even though you are releasing things that are hindering your progress. With this new moon eclipse card, there's something powerful that can actually happen now, Pisces. You know, you could, you know, with the full moon and Saturn in your 12th house, this is, you know, you can have some beautiful, great insights or something for the future. And, you know, it may not happen now, it may happen in 6 months' time, but you're going to be seeing a lot of things coming into fruition now. And this could also be to do with your work. Your self-care card that you have is Jesus, the divine healer. So, like I said, it could be anyone, it could be Jesus, it could be anyone that you look up to, a guide. So it's just thanking your guides for your divine healing power and presence. So you could, this is about healing now, Pisces. You know, with full moon, especially in the 12th, it can really, you know, it can really take its toll, you know, because, you know, when you're releasing something, it can be really not negative, but you can just feel really drained. But, you know, whatever is being released now, you know, and especially things that are concerned with the past, it's going to cleanse you for something new to come, especially because you've got this eclipse card as well. Let's go on to Aries. So Aries, this is in your 11th house. Lucky you, Aries, you know, and with access to your 5th house. So Aries, this is a beautiful time for you to be doing anything that's, you know, this is about fun, but also your friendships. You could have made new friends in February, but now some of these friendships might be, you might be disassociating yourself with them. And, you know, you're looking for something more, very much more fulfilling. Okay, and you want to have fun because the 5th house is highlighted now. So the new friendships that you gain now, they could be much more fun. If you're single, you can get a new lover. If you have children as well, I feel that some of you Aries could be actually thinking about, you know, some stuff that you actually want to do with your kids. You may have tried to do it in January or even started it, but now it's like it didn't work. I'm gonna, you know, release that and start something a little bit different. You know, we have the opposition, and it's in your 6th house, which is your health, and also your 12th house. So, you know, this is about sort of like getting really down to when it comes to like your routines. Okay, and, you know, have a like a little, try and be a bit more creative when it comes to your routines. You know, because the 6th house is ruled by Virgo, so this is about being a bit more serious. But, you know, with the Jupiter in your 12th, you know, listening to your body, listening to your intuition will really help you right now. and it will really help you know who you need in your corner and who you don't need in your corner. So, you know, as long as you're continuing to, you know, whether it's physically fit, eating healthily, or, you know, just getting a bit more stricter when it comes to like your work, you know, your body, you know, will actually tell you a lot what's actually going on. The card that you have is nothing will come out of this situation. So when it says nothing will come out of this situation, Aries, is if you just don't really bother, you know, if you just, you know, if you just like cut corners in anything, or, you know, especially during this full moon, or if you decide to do something and it's not really working, but you're pursuing it to work, nothing will come out of this situation. So sort of like re-revise your plans, especially with, you know, Venus in your 6th house. The card that you have is do more research. So it says, thank you for clearly and gently guiding me to the information that I need to know for my well-being. Please give me courage to be assertive as I take charge of my health and well-care needs. So I think, you know, Venus is definitely playing a huge part in what's going on. So if you are going to be doing something new when it comes to like, you know, hyping up, not hyping up, but doing something new when it comes to like your routines, or, you know, switching up a diet or something, it's about researching, you know, and not cutting corners. There's nothing wrong with getting creative, you know, with what you want to do. You know, I do feel that a lot of Aries, because I think it's a 5th house action going on because of Leo. Leo is about the physical fitness. So I do feel that a lot of you Aries now are wanting to, like, you know, be at your best, you know, raise your energy levels. So it's just about doing research. It's about also, you know, mapping out what you should do each day. So just jump into things. You don't want to hurt yourself. And it's also about listening to your body. Taurus, this is in your, because all the fixed signs are going to be having it, you know, whether it's going to be squaring you, opposing you. You guys may find this very much unfulfilling, but also it's going to be fulfilling in a way too, especially for you Tauruses, because you are getting pushed right, left and center with Saturn in your sign. I'm not surprised that a lot of you Taurians are feeling quite frustrated. Some of you may be feeling angry, stubborn, especially if this is in your 10th house. This is about, you know, releasing. So some of you Tauruses, I feel could be actually leaving a job now. 10th house is also to do with bosses. So a boss could leave. They could be, you know, I feel that it's definitely to do with, like, you know, you wanting something new for your career, you know. And I feel some of you Taurians, like a boss, I do feel like a boss may leave, and it might be the sack, or maybe redundancy, or it might be voluntary, you know. But I do feel a lot of you Taurians have reached sort of like the end of the road when it comes to your career. So some of you may even just suddenly just decide, bam, I'm gone. I'm going to be doing this self-employed thing that I wanted to do all my life. And also you got this 4th house, you know, Leo in your 4th house. So this is giving you more oomph. Some of you even may want to actually work at home. You don't want to, you know, do any type of office work. You want to do something that you love and you enjoy. Also with, you know, Venus in your 5th house, it opposes your 11th house. So this is showing you, Taurus, is that it's, you know, it's about fun and creativity, but also really like plan your next steps, you know, because you know you've got Uranus in your sign. So this may be giving you this sort of like crazy immediate energy. So with Venus being in your 5th, with Venus in Virgo, it's about, you know, details, even if it's like to do with love, and even in your love life, you might be doing lots of planning. I feel that a lot of you Taurus actually could be strategizing things at the moment now. So there's a lot of planning going on, you know, but planning your next steps, planning your, you know, what you actually want to do, you know, what creativity you want to do, what's your next goal, what's your next ambition. And I'm also feeling this type of energy that some of you Tauruses, you're not just leaving for nothing. You've got something You got something going on, you got a plan B. But now, now that whatever's happened, you've, really going to be taking basically shit seriously, and you're not going to be going back to how you used to be. So the emotional card you have is, wow, confidence is key to your success, and it's the new moon in Leo. And like I said, Leo's in your 4th house. So even though this is about home, you are more confident when you're at home, Taurus, more than so confidence is key. Whatever you're going to be leaving, whether it's your career or someone leaves your work, that's going to give you more confidence. You have to there's a side to you that's going to be more, don't mess with me, but also I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. I don't need to be told anything because I've got a newfound confidence. So this new moon in Leo card is definitely highlighting that. The next card you have is give us your cares. So I am willing to release any fears to you. Please allow me to completely let go of that. You can fully guide me into the situation. So there could be some, strains and worries that you're having, Taurus, during this time, because if you do something very immediately, which is very much unlike you, that could lead to you feeling a bit like, not really sure. No, you're doing it for the right reason. But, this is great to actually talk to your, friends, family, people that you, even like if it's a therapist or something, that could actually, not convince you, but just to show you that you're doing the right thing. If you are thinking about doing this, it's great to talk to someone. And if you are feeling like quite worried or stressed, go for like a walk. As you can see, these 2 people are walking. It's great to go for like a walk just to clear your head so you can actually plan your next steps. But good for you, Tauruses. Then we have the next card is for Gemini. Now, Gemini, this is in your 9th house. And the axis is in your 3rd house for Leo. Okay, so this is about your belief system. So there's something that you're going to be letting go when it comes to like your beliefs. So there's, I feel, for you Geminis, in February, some of you may have started to like do some type of like course or study, or even decided to be like a teacher on like projects that were connected to like the law, or it could be the law, even publishing, even started writing a book, getting it published, or even wanted to get it published. You were like really gung-ho to do this. But now, we have the full moon in Aquarius, which is like revisiting this. There's a huge change that's coming. So it's something you're going to have to release. It could be a book. It could be, some of you could actually wanting to bring your work out there now. Or, some of you may decide to like change course. Like your beliefs have definitely like veered to the left, 6 months down the line. But this is a right thing for you to do. You have the opposition to your 10th and 4th house with Venus in Virgo and Jupiter in Pisces. So there might be some delusion when it comes to like your work, what type of work you want to do. And some of you may decide that some of you may actually decide that you want to work close to home, work at home. But when it comes to like your career, you're very confident about your career, but still there's something could be missing. This is about going back over some type of details. This could be connected to your home, or this could be connected to, a boss as well. You might not be getting paid what you're supposed to. Jupiter does rule, fortune. So you might decide there's a change of course now. The card that you have is don't let the past hold you back, the South Node. Now, when you have this card, Gemini, when it comes to the South Node, it's like not going to the South Node. You have to go to the North Node, because the North Node is your destiny. It's what you should be actually doing. So it's not about looking back on how you used to be during this time. This is about releasing. So releasing how you used to be 6 months ago, and going to like the North Node, going to where you actually feel that is in your best interest. But also, with the 3rd house, Leo in your third house, this is, you know, really hyping up your mind, hyping up your brain, and you're ruled by the third house. So look at things that you actually really enjoy doing, you know, what makes your mind tick at this time. You also have inner authority. So you are, you know, it's saying, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires, and feelings. So what's your mind saying, Gemini? You know, your mind is telling you, you're getting lots of downloads now. What's your mind saying? You know, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? I feel there's a lot of questions that a lot of you Geminis could be asking yourself now. There can be some confusion because there can be a lot of excitement. But, you know, the first couple things, or the first thing that comes to your mind, that's where you should be going. You know, own what you want. You know, don't do things because it's really trendy at the moment. Do something that really gives you like fire and passion. It makes you want to keep talking about it as well. Cancer. This is in your 8th house with the opposition to your 2nd house. So this is to do with your money. Yeah. So there's a release that's coming. This could be like money that's owed to you, or, you know, it could be money from the government. You could even get like a payment, or, you know, it could be inheritance as well. Or if you've got debts, you could just be finalizing those debts now. But the 8th house is also, you know, your, you know, deep inner psychological self. So this is a great time to really like work on like releasing or even talking to someone, because there might be past themes, past issues that keep coming up, especially in your dreams, or you could keep talking about this. With the sun highlighting your 2nd house, it's about, you know, getting creative with your finances. What are you actually good at? You know, this is about, you know, how you want to earn your money, you know, also looking at how you are spending your money too. Okay. And also with the opposition in your 3rd house and your 9th house, this is just showing you, Cancer, you know, the 3rd and 9th house are really good for you. So don't be surprised during this time if you're very nitpicky when it comes to any type of project you're doing. You know, the 9th house will definitely expand your mind with Pisces, Jupiter and Pisces being there. But, you know, not getting too carried away. You know, if you are a writer, which I feel a lot of Cancers will be, you know, I wouldn't be surprised during like the next couple of years or next decades to come that a lot of Cancer risings, Cancer sun, moon or risings will be putting lots of work out there, you know. Some of you now could be deciding to actually get to it. You know, you've probably been dreaming about doing it. Virgo being in your 3rd house is giving you that, you know, strict dedication to really do it. And then you have the expansion of the mind. And this is also great for publishing. So I feel that if a lot of you actually want to start writing, you know, really just do it. You know, your inner self is telling you to do it. You have a personal issue reaches a resolution, and it's the full moon in Cancer. So you couldn't really make this up, you know. So I feel that in a resolution, you know, especially this time that, you know, you're deciding to, all right, let's just do this. I'm just tired of having this all the time. I'm tired of thinking about this. So, you know, in a resolution could be talking to someone during this time. It could be, you know, really getting down, paying off loans, paying off debts, or, you know, really doing that personal project that you actually wanted to do now. And with this full moon in Cancer, you know, you're ruled by the moon. So your emotions could be really strong and heightened, and also you could be extra sensitive as well. You also have easy does it. Okay, so it's please help me detach, retreat, and let go from healing so healing can occur. So this is a very big healing time for a lot of you Cancers. You know, the 8th house is a very deep emotional house. You know, there's things that are not going to be said. You know, sometimes you can be very hard on yourself. So it's just telling you just to take things easy, rest, you know, have nice food, go for walks, you know, do things that you love and enjoy. You don't have to tell people, but, you know, take it easy as well. Try not to be too hard on yourself, okay? Leo. I know you're waiting for this, Leo. This is in your 7th house with access to your 1st house. And you also have, you know, 8th house, Jupiter in your 8th opposing Jupiter, Venus, which is in your 2nd house. Okay, so there's a lot of, you know, releasing, especially when it comes to like a relationship. You know, there may be some, I feel there's some themes that happened in February. Some of you actually could have gotten like a new relationship, you know, committed, but some of you Leos could actually feel quite stifled. There might be conversations that you keep going over, and some of you Leos, I feel, could be seeking some independence. You know, so relationship could end, but also there could be a huge change. There could be, okay, let's do this, let's switch things up a bit. And you know, some of you could actually also be trying to convince your partner to just have a bit more fun, you know, because the sun's in your 1st house. You want to get out there, you know, changing what you're wearing, and this could actually inspire your partner. With the 8th and 2nd house, this is about your money, you know, so there is some, you know, there could be some issues that's going on when it concerns money. Some of you Leos could be spending way too much, you know, because the sun's in your 1st house, so you might be spending, you know, it's your birthday season, so you could be overspending. Virgo is telling you to sort of like dial back, restrict, but you know, Jupiter in your 8th is saying, no, just do it. But also Jupiter's going to expand your mind to see where you need to, you know, sort of in a way to, you know, Jupiter may be even showing you can spend it on this, spend it on that, you know, you're learning from this so you can spend it on that. You know, you also may be feeling very overexcited because there's a lot of learning that you're doing. But with the 8th house, it's to do with like, you know, issues when it is concerning money, issues with intimacy, issues with, you know, your partner, you know, there could be some issues that actually come up during this time when it's concerning if you're spending too much or your partner's spending too much, but you're trying to save, you know, but it is still an exciting time. So it's just about, you know, looking at, you know, dialing it back a bit. You know, if you are going to be doing anything creative, you know, really think about what type of creativity it is to be. And if you really want to do it as well, because there could be so many opportunities for a lot of you Leos. The card that you have is faith in your dreams. So there's a lot of dreaming going on for you Leos, but also because it's a waxing moon, you know, so have faith, you know, have faith in your dreams, but also have faith that, you know, even if a dream does pass you by, sometimes it just wasn't meant to be, you know. And if you are wanting to like initiate and do something now, Leo, really go for it. The sun's in your sign, you know, nothing's going to actually stop you, you know, but look at your finances too. Then you have organic foods. So it's thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. So this is a great card for you, Leo, because, you know, we have, you know, because the sun's in your sign, it's also highlighting your physical self and your body. So this is also a great time to release, you know, not only when it comes to like your personal relationships, but, you know, if you are in a relationship and you find that when you're together, you're just eating, you know, you want to look your best, you know, you feel your best, but you're just not eating healthily. Now's a great time to release that, you know, try and get your partner to like, you know, incorporate some healthy foods, you know, so that, you know, you feel at your best. So when you're going out, looking your hottest, you're not feeling very uncomfortable. Okay. Virgo, this is in your, Virgo, this is in your, why did I just go blank? Sorry, this is in your 6th house with the opposite, you know, with the opposition to your 12th house. This is about going within. Okay, Virgo, this is also, you know, there's some releasing that's going to be, you know, this full moon in Aquarius is going to actually help you release quite well if you don't resist it, because the 12th house opposition is going to make you, you know, it's going to sort of like force you to go within yourself. And you may not like what you see, but it's actually going to be helping you. There's some things that you've initiated when it comes to your routines in February. And now's that time to, you know, it's like a combination of an ending. So you might have tried like a new diet. You may have tried like a new workout regime, or even if it's like a new job, and you may not be liking what happened then. So it's like to, you know, get rid of it and sort of start afresh. Okay, and with the Venus in your first house and Pisces, Jupiter Pisces in your 7th house, this is very great time for you Virgos. Even though there's a little bit of a, you could feel a little bit frustrated, you have to work really hard when it comes to your relationships. You know, you might have one way and your partner might have another way, you know, but this is about expanding, meeting each other halfway, and not getting too caught up in the details too much, because this is the time to sort of, you know, go with the flow. You have believe in the impossible. Okay, so I think with Venus being in your house, your first house, this is going to give you, you know, you're sort of the star of the show. But when it comes to like any creative work or anything that, you know, you want to maintain your health with, or you may think that, oh, I can't do that, it's not going to work because this is, because you might be finding something wrong in it. Believe in the impossible. Anything can happen now. You know, anything can happen. You just have to, you know, yes, you are a detailed orientated person. You can't help that. But, you know, there's a side to you that does actually go with the flow. So believe in that. You have detoxification. Okay. So it says, thank you for cleaning up my body and life so that I can happily and healthily live free of chemicals. So with the full moon in your 6th house, this is about detoxification. Some of you Virgos could actually be doing like a deep cleanse. And it's not because, you know, you want to be skinny or you want to, it's about health. And, you know, I have a feeling that some of you Virgos, you know, from February, that, you know, you put so much work and effort into something that it may have sort of not ruined your health, but it may have like made you more stressed. You know, you may have not received like the benefits that you wanted. So there's no wonder you're releasing it. So when it says detoxification, it's like starting again, but also incorporating foods that help like cleanse you, that can help your mind think a bit more clearer now. You know, so this card is definitely good for you, Virgo. Okay, Libra. This is in your 3rd house. No, sorry. This is in your 5th house. Okay, with the opposition to your 11th house. So this is great for like fun, you know, friendships, you know, creativity, you know, love life, your kids if you have them, but also your dreams and goals. So there's something that a lot of you may have started, but now it's coming to an end. You may have jumped very much into starting like a project, like a creative project, but now it's just like you're not feeling it, and that could be due to laziness, or it could just be that you're just not, your heart's just not in it, you know. So with the 5th, with your 11th house being highlighted, your goals and dreams are going to be, you know, it's going to be very big now. It could be take on like a new level, and this could be to do with like new people that you're hanging around with. You know, some of you are not really, well, it depends, this is a general, but this is great for if some of you Librans are very good at networking as well. You have the access to your 6th and 12th house. So, you know, this definitely, the Venus in your 12th house is, there's things that are going on within you, like secretly. This could be, not saying it is, it could be like a secret relationship that you are having, or you could be thinking about like something secret, that something happened in the past, like a past lover, or even like a past work project, and some of you could actually be working really hard to either rectify it, but also yeah, I feel that there's a lot of like hard work going on, but obviously it's behind the scenes, and it could be secret. You know, it could also be for a lot of you Librans that, you know, you don't want to show the world. If it is like a project, really great, you know, because before Venus goes into your house, with Jupiter being in your 6th house, this is helping you just be more structured. You know, with Venus being in your 12th house, you know, you could have like lots of dreams of how you want like the most perfect love affair to happen, and you know, with Jupiter in your 6th is just helping you just to sort of like dream big, but also get down to the work, because miracles can happen. You have, what do you need to release? Okay, what do you need to release, Libra? You know, there's a lot I feel that you guys are needing to release, but you may not be telling anyone. Okay, and this could be definitely highlighted now, especially during this full moon. There's a big release, and I think this is some of these questions that you guys deep down know, but you may not want to be telling anyone now. And you know, your dreams will actually tell you a lot too. You have sobriety. Okay, so it's just about helping you adjust my cravings in healthy directions so that I can desire the affirming foods and beverages. So with Venus being in your 12th, that could be like hidden addictions as well. So when it says sobriety, it doesn't mean like, you know, if you are, you know, disclaimer, if you are, you know, struggling, obviously speak to like your practitioner, health practitioner or doctor, you know. But if it's like things to do with like food, because, you know, Librans, I know some of you love your sweets, and, you know, so the 12th house will help with the undoing of that, you know, because the 12th house also do, you know, it is addictions, but it is also, you know, hidden enemies, but hidden enemies within ourselves. Okay, it's about sort of like cleansing yourself now. Okay, Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. So Scorpio, this full moon is in your 4th house, okay, with the opposition to your 10th house. So, you know, there's that, this push and pull when it comes to like your home life and your career. There is things that a lot of you Scorpions, like, you know, initiated or started doing. This could be like research to do with like your family history, you even like your thoughts going back to like your roots, the past. And now it's like an ending of, you really want to get down to the bottom of things. It could be speaking to like your family, people from your, you know, far away family, but also, you know, you may not, how you feel as well, you may not want to feel like that anymore. So there's something you're going to do about it. Okay, and you know, if you do want like something happening within your career, in order for you to shine within your career, or like a job in front of your bosses, there has to be something you need to sort out emotionally. Okay, you have the opposition, which is in Venus, with the Jupiter in your 5th and Venus in your 11th house. A lot of 11th, 5th house action, but nothing we can do about that. So, you know, Jupiter's Venus in your 11th is giving you that sort of push in terms of like your, you know, your goals. Okay, 11th house is a lovely house to have, but also your creative goals. There's a creativity that you have within you, and it can be like a bit of an obsession that you actually want to manifest or pursue it now. And Jupiter in your 5th is giving you that whole brand new vision, and with your creativity, and also to have fun. You know, these two energies are going to be working together. Okay, so it's really good time for you. The card that you have is you're very close to achieving your goals. So during this full moon, you know, whatever, you know, that you, if you really dig deep and realize that, you know, something has to let go in order for you to be a success in this world. You have to let go of something that's really, that you've been holding on to for a very long time, and you will achieve your goals. I think deep down a lot of you Scorpions actually know, but there could be a stubbornness to it. Okay, so when it says you're close to achieving your goals, the world is actually your oyster. But what do you need to let go? What is holding you back? You have forgiveness heals. So it's that I'm willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, peace and health. So if you feel that your health is not the best, it's about looking within. Again, what are you holding on to? Okay, the 4th house is the very much an emotional house. It's the Cancer house. So this is about the past. So your mind or even your heart could be stuck in the past at the moment. You may even feel that, you know, you can't even like move forward. You can't push forward with anything There's, you know, you could be strategizing, writing, manifesting, but you still can't really move. So it's about forgiving. It's not about forgiving. It's about forgiving for yourself so that you can heal. It's not about, but when you forgive, doesn't mean you're forgetting. Okay, so if there's anything during this time that is, you feel that's hindering your progress, it's about, you have to look deep, and it's about forgiving. There's something that you need to forgive. Okay. Then we have Sagittarius. This is in your 5th house. Okay. So Saggies. Sorry, I keep getting this. Whenever it comes to Sagittarius, I'm like, why? Sagittarius, this is in your 3rd house. Your 3rd. Okay. With the opposition to your 9th house. So Leo is highlighting your house. So you are at your ultimate best, you know, but with the 3rd house action, you know, some of you Sagittarians, this was a time in February that you're really like looking for, some of you actually probably started like a new course, learned something, got into the media, doing some writing. Even when it came to like your communication with people from short distance, you know, you may have finally found the perfect time to get to work or meet your friends, but now it has changed. It has now ended. Something has changed within you. Your mindset has changed. You know, even like, you know, your actual house is being highlighted. Your beliefs are very different now. You cannot believe that what you believed or what you started, and you're an honest person, Saggy, so you're just ready to release it now. You know, this could be anything. This could also be like a project that was to do with like the media, publishing. You actually, or you may actually want to, you know, you may have done a lot of like findings. You might have done some research, some findings, and now you want to release it to the world. Now's that time. You also have the opposition to your 4th house, Jupiter in Pisces, and your 10th house, with Venus being your 10th house. So with this opposition for you, Sagittarius, you know, you're ruled by Jupiter. So I feel like the home life is, you know, you're probably feeling more at home more than ever. You know, you actually get more clarity at home. And it's also actually helping with your career too. You know, you're finding like new ways to like navigate, you know, because with Venus being in your 10th house, this is giving you some type of structure when it comes to like your career, which you've probably needed right now because there's a lot going on for you. You have meditate and contemplate, sorry. The new moon in Pisces. Pisces rules your 4th house. So this full moon is trying to, you know, I feel it's telling you to slow down a bit, okay, because you could be in a rush. You want things to happen very quickly. So it's just saying just to meditate. Jupiter in your 4th house, and because you're ruled by Jupiter, is a spiritual house. So, you know, finding ways to like really slow down, meditate, do some type of spiritual work. You know, this will also help with your dreams and goals too, okay? Then you have stretch. Your health card is stretch. So thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. So Sagittarius, especially with the 5th house, you know, the 5th house, the 9th house, with Leo being in your 9th house. This is a great time for you to do, you know, some stretching work. You know, even stretch, it doesn't have, well, it could be very physical. You know, it could be yoga, eccentrics, dynamic stretching. There's loads on YouTube. You know, this is great for like figuring out, like looking at different types of like fitness videos on how you may not want to like be doing like slow yoga poses. You need something very dynamic. So eccentrics definitely helps. But also there's so many on YouTube. So this is great for like investigating different ways to stretch. But also if you keep your body flexible, it will help your mind be flexible too as well. You know, you'll find that you won't be as stressed. Your mind won't be racing so much as well, because the breathing really helps now. Okay, last but not least, we have Capricorn, and this is in, you know, the full moon is in your second house with the opposition to your 8th house. So your 8th house is very much being highlighted, but there's a release that will be happening from February. You know, a lot of you Capricorns, especially with Saturn in your second house, it may be restricting your resources at the moment. So you are actually finding new ways. So I feel that from February, you're finding new ways to be earning money, and it's not in the conventional way that you would have liked. You know, so this could have led some of you to be quite you know, there could be some frustration because you're used to earning money in a certain conventional way. So now it's about unconventional. So some of you Capricorns could have tried that or even done it when the full new moon was in Aquarius. But now some of you may be finding that you're actually losing money, or, you know, you're holding on to money too much, and it has to be like a sort of like release from that. Okay, second house is also to do with like what you're eating as well. So if you're just eating on the go, this will have to be released. You have to find ways to, you know, sit down, make sure you're concentrating on what you're eating, you know, so you can work to the best of your advantage. With the 8th house being highlighted, this is highlighting, you know, your joint finances with your partner, you know, and this can actually cause some arguments. There could be some egos, but also this is about debts, loans. This is highlighted too, but also, you know, and let's not forget, you know, psychological issues too. So there's some psychological work that needs to be done when it comes to like money. Okay, and not being too proud, you know, to speak to someone. Could be a bank manager, therapist, counselor. The opposition that you have with Jupiter in your 3rd, and, you know, you have Jupiter in your 3rd and Venus in Virgo in your 9th house. So this is about expanding your mind when it comes to love, expanding your mind, you know, actually speaking your truth, not being afraid as well. Jupiter in your 9th actually gives a lot of you Capricorns a bit of a open-mindedness, you know, because some of you who are single, you could actually meet someone, they can open your mind, or you can open their mind. And with Jupiter being there, you know, even how you express yourself could, you know, it could even like surprise you, you know. This person actually could make your mind, you know, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. But also this will also give you lots of like new goals and dreams as well. You have emotionally, you have time to take a breathe out. So, you know, this full moon could actually make some of you quite stressed, but it's a new beginning full moon. When it says time to breathe out, it's breathing out the old and bringing in the new. Okay, so this is a great time to restart when it comes to your finances, and when it comes to like, you know, your communication and opening up to yourself, or even opening up to your fears as well. So breathing out, lots of breath work, I feel, for a lot of you Capricorns. You could be holding a lot of stress and tension, and it can actually make a lot of you, you know, withdraw, you know, especially if things are not working out financially. You got listen to your intuition, feelings. So it says speaking, you know, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, I thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. So it's about listening to yourself, you know, listening to that inner, you know, if you're going to invest in something, if you try to invest and didn't happen, you know, or someone owes you money, listen to yourself, you know, speak your truth, you know, don't be afraid. If you lose something or someone during this time, it was meant to be. Their person or the thing probably wasn't right for you anyway. And some of you Capricorns, you don't like to, it's very hard to release, it's very hard to let go of things. But this new moon will actually show you, you know, you weren't supposed to have this amount of money. You weren't supposed to like invest in this. You were supposed to actually, you know, save and invest for this. And, you know, so don't be too hard on yourself during this time. Yes, emotionally, it could be, you could feel like emotionally bankrupt, but actually there's new beginnings actually happening for you as well. Okay. So guys, that was your full moon in Aquarius tarot for all the signs. You know, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment on how this full moon in Aquarius went for you. It's quite a powerful one, you know, 1 degree, but still it's a full moon. And also don't forget to check out the previous video podcasts I did for this Aquarius full moon as well. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.